right triangle 90 on tangent. Sine, cosine, tangent, go! And we are working with trig ratios of right triangles. We're simply starting with the sine, the cosine, and the tangent. Let's build our comfortability. And when we are working with these, the first thing we want to do is identify and label the three sides. The first side I am going to identify is the hypotenuse. It is opposite the 90. So I'm going to come over here and I'm like, oh, there's my 90 based on that square. I'm going to go ahead and start in that corner and I'm going to draw a line directly across. And I'm just going to go ahead and label that H for my hypotenuse. Then I am going to label the opposite side. So when I see theta, little Baltimore Oriole there, I'm going to start in that corner and go opposite of theta and just label that O. And I always just label the adjacent last. So now that we have our H, our O, and our A, now it's, oh my goodness, sine. What do? SOH CAH TOA. And let's just break down our ratios. Well, we're looking for sine. That's represented by the SO, which is opposite over hypotenuse. So let's just go ahead and write that out. Well, the opposite we already labeled as 3. And we're going, oh, look at that, I put in the O. And we are going to set that over our hypotenuse of 5. That's it. That's all we're doing for today, all right? Let's move on to the next one. Well, the first thing we need to do is label our sides. I'm going to look for my 90-degree angle with that square. And directly across, I'm just going to go ahead and label that my H. I will search for my theta, our little Baltimore Oriole. Label that my O, and our other side, we'll label our A for adjacent. Beautiful. Tangent. All right. TOA. Tangent. Opposite over adjacent. What's our opposite? Oh, it's 12. We will set that over its adjacent side of 16. And step 3 is to reduce this fraction. All right, the number or the greatest common factor of both of these is 4. 12 divided by 4 is, yes, 3. Let me go ahead and just drop that down. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. Now, if you're uncertain, we can always go to our calculator here. And we can put in 12 divided by 16. Is it going to give us? It does, 0.75. But if you hit the math button and enter twice, it reduces the fraction for you. If the fraction is not reducible, like our first one here, it will just simply show up with the exact same fraction. And going on to our last one for the evening, again, where's that right angle? Beautiful. And directly opposite of that is our hypotenuse. All right, and then we have theta here. That's going to be O. And we will label 20 as our adjacent side. And for cosine, it's looking for the A and the H. Greatness, we have labeled both the A and the H. So this will be written as 20 over 25. Let's go ahead and write that out. And again, we will reduce this fraction. The greatest common factor that goes into both is 5. 20 divided by 5 equals 4. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. And we are done with today's. The rest is simply just entering in the calculator and rounding. This is the focus for today, though. So if you want, go ahead and just pause it real quick, get a nice little screenshot of that. And I can also print out a sheet for my kids in class, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Tomorrow's lesson will deal with the inverse operations.